Welcome back. In this tutorial, we are going to study the conversion procedure of given NFA to DFA. So let's take one example and understand the procedure. So in this diagram over here, this diagram is a non-deterministic finite automata. Why? If you consider state Q1 and if you consider input alphabet B, from Q1 on seeing B, I can go to state Q1. From state Q1, if I get B, I can even go to state Q2. So there is no unique move from state Q1 on input symbol B. Next, if you consider state Q2, there is transition on input alphabet B, but there is no transition on input alphabet A. If you consider state Q3, there is no transition on A as well as B. So this representation, this transition diagram is a non-deterministic finite automata. Now let's understand the procedure of conversion of NFA to DFA. So the first step is step 1. So you need to create this table wherein you just have to write the input alphabets, that is A and B. Write the first state, that is the initial state from this NFA. So initial state from this NFA is state Q1. Next, we fill in these cells, that is Q1 on A and Q1 on B. So this computation, that is transition from Q1 on A, is represented by means of delta. So delta of Q1 comma A is equal to, okay, so from state Q1, if I get input alphabet A, I come to which state? I come to Q1. So this value is Q1. So once you get this value, you just fill in here. Then let's compute delta of Q1 on B. Okay, so Q1 on B gives you Q1. Q1 on B also gives you Q2. So this delta transition over here, you'll get two values, that is Q1 and Q2. So once you get this value, just write it over here under B. Right? Now once you compute this, okay, you check whether any new states are generated over here, that is under A and under B. Okay, if you consider state Q1, Q1 is already considered over here, so it is not a new state. Now next, see this value under B. Since you have got two values here, state Q1, Q2, since we are constructing a DFA out of this, so this will be considered as one state. Okay, and since this is a newly generated state, in the next step, I am going to consider this state for computation, that is Q1 comma Q2 as a set. Fine. So the next step is computation of Q1, Q2 on A, computation of Q1, Q2 on B. So I represent it as delta of Q1, Q2 on A. Okay, this will be equal to, you just separate this component. So it will be delta of state Q1 on A union with delta of state Q2 on A. This will be equal to, what is delta of Q1 on A? Delta of Q1 on A is Q1 comma union, you can write this as union. Q2 on A is nothing, so I write it as 5. So the final value over here is Q1. So this value is Q. Then compute delta of Q1, Q2 on input alphabet B. So just separate out this, so it will be delta of Q1 on B union with delta of Q2 on B is equal to, what is delta of Q1 on B? Q1 on B is two states, that is state Q1 and Q2 union with, what is delta of Q2 on B? Q2 on B gives you Q3. So you obtain value over here as union operation, right? So you obtain Q1, Q2, Q3. Okay, so once you get this value, you just write it here. Q1, Q2, Q3. Now again in this step, you check if there are newly generated states. Is Q1 a newly generated state? No, Q1 is already considered. What about Q1, Q2, Q3? Yes, it is a new state. So in the next step, we are supposed to consider this state, that is Q1, Q2 and Q3. Compute transition on input alphabet A using the same approach. So this will be delta of Q1, Q2, Q3 on A is equal to and delta of Q1, Q2, Q3 on B. Okay, so separate out this, that is you compute delta for individual components Q1 on A, Q2 on A and Q3 on E, apply union operation and you will obtain this value as Q1 and Q1, Q2, Q3. Now again in this step, check if any new states are generated. Q1 is already considered. If you consider Q1, Q2, Q3, that state is also considered. This is a point wherein you are supposed to stop the procedure. Okay, so in your final DFA over here, there will be 3 states. That is Q1, Q2 as one state and Q1, Q2, Q3 as the third state. So even if you want to rename these states, you can rename these states as, say, this as state A, this as state B and this as state C. And if I represent this in the form of DFA, so since Q1 is initial state, I write this state as A. A on this A, that is over here, this Q1 is represented as A, right? So this will be considered as A. This is B, Q1 is A, this is C, this is A and this is C. So from A, if I get A, I go to which state? I go to state A. If I'm in state A and if I get input alphabet B, I go to state B. So from here I will have transition which takes me to state B. Then consider the next step here. From B, or if you are in state B and if you get A, you go to state A. So from here, if I get A, I'll go to this state. Okay. Similarly, B on B takes you to state C. Okay. Then consider state C. If you are in state C and if you get A, you go to which state? You go to state A. So from here, come over here on A. If you are in state C and if you see B, you go to C. Right? So if you see this diagram, that is the final diagram which is checking whether this is DFA or not. So if you consider state A, on A there is a unique move to A, on B there is unique move to B. From B, if you see A, it comes only to A, on B it goes to C. From C, if you see A, it comes to A, on B it goes to C. Okay, so this is how you convert any given non-deterministic finite automata to deterministic finite automata. In the next lecture, we are going to study how ENFA to DFA procedure is carried out. Okay, thank you.